Good evening. We are starting off. I'm going to play some Wastelanders. So obviously I have Fallout 76. I've played quite a bit of it. It's not giving me my character list, but I've played quite a bit of it. Pretty much got all the way through the original story, all the way up to the launch a nuke at somebody part of it. Was never able to actually get that off. Yeah, not paying for that. Was never able to get that off because it requires a group of people, and I don't know anybody else who plays this game, so. But now with the Wastelanders update, I'm interested to see what has changed. I know there was a tooltip when I first turned it on that came up that said that you meet the new people outside Vault 76 and begin the new main storyline from there. So we're gonna load up, we're gonna go in, and we're gonna check it out and see what it looks like. I have no idea what's changed since the last time that I played this. I have I don't even know if where I left my camp. I see they did not improve the loading times any. Yeah, there we go. The new arrivals. The overseer needs your help. And why they've changed. Camera setting. Come on, will you let me control the frickin' game? Turn all the subtitles on. Okay. What the hell? There we go. Yeah, just always leave passive. I always leave pacifist mode on because I don't particularly care for PvP. So, alright, that's much better. So here's where my camp is. I do not remember what all I've got going on. How I get to my... Trying to remember what the controls are, because I don't remember what they are. It also doesn't help that it seems like they've changed some of them. Pip-Boy is circle. That's what I was trying to bring up. Yeah, see, I have that option, which obviously is not gonna be very easy to do. Oh, this update finally updated. Talk to the overseer. Okay. This one I think glitched because I actually had it. It's not working. Do with this broadcasting. And I cannot hear it at all.
I'll be waiting in Sutton.
Alright, thanks. I couldn't hear that at all because it was so quiet. Anyway, I've got 3 that tell me to go back to there. A little upstairs here. I do like that you could put your camp inside your building. And let me just make sure that I'm not carrying around a bunch of crap that I shouldn't be. Looks like I kind of am. Need 2. Do I really need 2 sets of power armor? A lot of random crap. Yeah, I actually did manage to get all of her log entries, which isn't terribly hard. For one thing, the game will actually point out to you where you need to go for each one. Carry those. Alright, let's head towards Vault 76. Which that is not the button to bring up the map. That is the button. Which we just do this way. You can always fast travel to Vault 76 for free. Which is nice. You can also always spawn at Vault 76 if you die. Don't have anywhere else you want to spawn, or you don't want to spawn back at your camp because it's, you know, somebody nuked it or it's in a bad spot or whatever, which is nice. Here's the door. On this level.
Oh, Mum! Those young ladies down there, they seem exceedingly alive.
And I'm actually
They haven't
locked
yet
in
made
too. I
any
can't move
untoward
around.
Advances, but perhaps you could speak to them?
Interesting.
Verify their intentions are civil?
Oh, look at that. We have an actual conversation system, and it's not the shitty conversation system that they used in Fallout 4. I like it. Thank you so much. All right, let's start at the top then. Any idea what those 2 are doing up here?
Only that they appear to have some vested interest in accessing the vault. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening, but I'm not sure if she believed me.
Are we going to be getting back into Vault 76? That would actually be really nice. You sound like you think they're up to something.
I've been keeping watch here long enough to have learned that outside the vault, people don't always have one's best intentions at heart. I'm
That's very
sorry
true.
to say it, but it's the truth.
What's been going on out here?
Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out of the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those 2 and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand.
The non-vault. That's
it's
funny.
all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to?
Have you seen the Overseer?
Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right.
Oh, we did successfully follow her tracks throughout the area. I'm a little curious if anything has changed prior to the, like what has changed if you started a new character.
Do be careful out there, Mum.
Wes started Wayward Souls. Speak to Lacey. Yeah, discover the fate of Appalachia and its people.
To be a way in there. Maybe a vault dweller? Hey there!
Oh, right there. There they are. That's not the button I wanted. Melee. That's aim. Jump. One of these is a weapon swap button. I don't remember which one it is. Ah. There we go. He's up. And then down is gesture. That's... okay. That's the one that I was looking. Before there were Scorched that came out, got down here.
Whoa! Whoa! Just a friend here, not a threat. Just had some questions for you. You
Axe to
came
the
out of
guns
the
coming
vault,
out.
right?
Yeah, like
I
a
thought it
year
was
ago.
empty. Wait, is the door still open?
Yeah, it's been a while since I left the vault, but it should still be sealed.
Damn. I figured it was a long shot. We got a tip from the Wayward. Heard of the place? New bar down the road. So this guy told us that...
After you gave him the last of our caps?
And he said that inside that vault is the... you know, that's where the big one is. Our last chance to turn our lousy luck around.
Managed to trap it. Yeah, the big one. What are you talking about?
You know, the thing that brought everyone back. The treasure.
There's a treasure out here?
Well, yeah, there was this big broadcast, but shouldn't you know it was in there?
Why are we looking at her if the other one's
Told you,
talking?
Lacey. The guy was scamming us.
But those were the last of our caps. No, someone has to know something. We're just gonna stick it out until we find them.
Wonderful.
Thanks for answering some questions for us, I suppose. Seems only fair I return the favor. Anything we can answer for you?
I mean, yeah, there's a whole bunch. Yeah, what can you tell me about this treasure?
Happy to tell you what I know, which isn't much.
Or what people are
Someone
saying
made a
about it?
broadcast not too long back about there being some kind of treasure buried in Appalachia. We don't know what, we don't know where. With people as desperate as they are, it's meant everyone with a functioning radio has come back to try and see if they can get a piece of it.
Monsters or no?
Guy we met at the Wayward, Carter, I think was his name. He gave us a couple of leads to chase down, in exchange for all our money. Up to us now to make something of them.
Huh. Anything you tell me about the area?
About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard?
There's that. We haven't
Not
been
anymore.
here real long, but from what we've been able to piece together, the area got hit pretty hard. Not long after, well, these things showed up.
Yeah, the Scorched.
The Scorched.
They're merciless. They seem to have cleaned up whoever the bombs might have missed. Without people around, everything else has gone haywire.
And what's the world like?
We both came over from Virginia. Well, what was Virginia? There's a lot more hot zones that way. And the few spots that are livable, well, they got picked clean fast. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous, really dangerous. But it's better than where we've been.
I guess that's all they're gonna tell me.
Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, I've got a shotgun. I'll be fine. That is interesting. All right, so now we want to find the Overseer. See if we can talk to her, and then apparently we need to go visit the Wayward. Fucking little robots. One of the few things about Fallout 76 that I actually do like is the way that the menu system works. The loot system. Like, I know that they first introduced it in Fallout 4, but they really refined it for 76. I don't like, although obviously it's a little bit more realistic, but I don't like how they changed the radiation. As you get more irradiated, health goes down. I kind of liked in previous games where it was separate, where it was its own value. But, you know, what are you gonna do? What I'm even wearing? Oh yeah. Protect uranium extractors while they collect valuable nuclear material. Maybe later. Now we're following these story leads. And I am just going to walk. I'm curious as to what else has changed in the area. Plus, you can usually pick up loot and stuff, which in a game like this is always helpful. So here's the spot where I usually keep my camp. Moved it for some reason. I don't remember why. So one thing that I'm curious about is one thing that I'm curious about is if they changed the story, because you know, originally you spend the first chunk of the game. Good in you? Those things drop goodies. But you spend the first chunk of the story creating and then injecting yourself with a cure, a vaccine for the Scorched Plague, so that you yourself won't become one of the Scorched. So I kind of wonder what the explanation is for why the people coming back to the Appalachia region aren't becoming Scorched themselves. Or if that's one of those things that they're just going to ignore. Which they do, actually. They do, actually. They do that fairly frequently. Well, that's new. Got in-world markers for objectives now. Not sure how I feel about that, especially when it's that bouncy. Food around here? Whew, nice and bright. Gotta be a player. Oh, that is the Wayward. The Overseer's still further off that way.
Exhalation of air through nostrils.
What? Do you think you're a cow? I guess. Well, let's go head inside and see what people have to say.
Hey, new face. Welcome to the Wayward. Duchess will take care of you inside. A couple of those vending machines on the porch if you just need bullets and meds.
Yeah, where'd you guys get the vending machines from? Cool. Ammunition. Generator, water pump. See, this is the kind of place that I really wish we could build as players, but you really can't. There's one of those quest markers. That's actually kind of nice that they put that right behind this location, or they put this right in front of it, I guess is better, because sensor station there was... Oh, interesting. Private area that's unique to your character. Only you and your teammates can be in this interior. Friends and strangers can't join you. Make important story choices that have large consequences. We'll see about that. You've lied to us before about that. Progress is saved less frequently when in a solo interior. Be sure your quest has been checkpointed before leaving. Interesting. Oh, let's head on in. You won't be able to progress your own quest inside your team leader's space. Interesting. Which I guess is kind of good because it also means that if you join a group and you've progressed further than the person that has deal with the attacker.
Lady, I will paint the walls with you if you don't tell me where Crane's treasure is right now!
Honey, you picked the wrong time to get a drink.
What are you? Hey! Who the hell are... Whoa, you looking for trouble? Because you're gonna find it.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let's see what we have. We can say, and they're all skill checks apparently, so we can say that where the person distracting you is the guy hiding back there can blow your brains out. Who I don't see, so apparently the character's perception is better than mine. Why don't you put the gun down? You're outnumbered. Let's talk. I'm no gun expert, but there's something supposed to be stuck in the barrel like that. We're gonna go with that. That's funny.
What are you... Shit. Jammed. Fine. But none of us are going anywhere till I get what I want. So just start talking and we can all go about...
Oh, there he is.
I told you it was gonna end badly. Thank you for the distraction there, friend. Now, why don't you come over here, where I can get a look at you?
You're not alone out there. The world is filled with people, and...
Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped for. Well, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you.
Okay. Yeah, what was that all about? He said something about a treasure?
Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fella named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business.
You looking for help dealing with the thugs?
Now that you mention it, I could use an extra pair of hands. See? That boy we put down? He's not the first of his crew to roll in here. But I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house. But my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say?
Wait, you want me to kill them? Oh, that is really nice. And they actually give us the full line, too. Yeah, I would like to hear this plan first.
Fair. The details, then. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs?
Grenade, generally. Ooh, Salisbury steak. That always got people running in the vault. Okay, and then we have one that we're not... So I guess my charisma is too low. Be able to use that one, which is good. So yeah, let's take the intelligence check. You want me to pretend to be Crane, don't you?
Well, aren't you a smart cookie? And I think I know just how to do it. Just give me 1 second.
So this is probably why they delayed the Wastelanders, because that is really impressive.
I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte.
The characters that we're talking to, they were able to have multiple characters, and the characters able to move around.
Together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out.
Oh, and then I'm gonna have to go back to my camp, and I'm gonna have to install it on my cam.
Snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding. They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't they?
How do you know that I'm from a vault? I never said that, and you can't see the vault suit that I'm wearing. Yeah, how did you know I was from a vault? Oh.
You vault boys and girls carry yourselves
Also the Pit Boy.
different.
Yeah.
Like you matter. Plus your Pit Boy was a
Pit Boy.
dead giveaway. But that's beside the point. You think you can work from these schematics?
Yeah, sure.
That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old Morty Mort can help you out.
Oh, and he's a
What are you on
ghoul.
about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes. Well, you find yourself wanting a refresher? Talk to Mort. Of course, you're gonna need materials, but we should have enough lying around to cover you there. Get you together a little.
I probably have enough already.
Throw some rations
Collecting
in there
crap.
too, so you don't starve on me.
That I will definitely take.
And so you know, you might have to break some of this scrap down for parts. But I can spot you some workbench materials too, since you're doing me such a big one. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn something while you do it.
I might just be a reference
Now,
to the fact that you get
ready
XP
to
when you
get
build
this
stuff.
show on the road?
Yeah, construction, scrapping, and dealing with thugs, you're going to need to pay more for all that. Absolutely.
It is a lot to ask. Fine. I could do 75.
75, that's
high as I'll
hardly
go.
worth this.
That means you're up to the task?
That is really low. Granted, the payouts and quest rewards in this game are a lot lower than they are in other games, and that's partially because caps are a lot more valuable of a resource. Will you go away? Stop poking me. Go away. Come on. Dog. All right, yeah, whatever. Let's do this.
Be good to have those dolts off our back at long last. Just make sure once you find out where they're hiding, that their leader gets the message. The wayward gets left alone.
Nice. Oh, the radio is going to cause me problems on YouTube. Well, maybe not. It's old enough, it might be okay, but... Turn that off anyway. Alright, here we go. So I need to read the plan, the treasure hunting sign schematics from my inventory, speak to Mort about building at your camp, build a weapon workbench at your camp to scrap items, category crafting, which I think I should have a weapons workbench. I will talk to Mort, though, just...
Glad to hear Vault-Tec actually took care of some of their people. You hear these rumors, right, about them just throwing folks to the wolves. Here's some rations and a fancy suit. Good luck. Well, don't you worry that smooth little face of yours. You are in good company now. Because around here, we
Just think
look
he's still
after
got
one
hair.
another. Now, what can I do for you?
You killed that man. Yeah, can I ask what happened to you? Which is a much more polite way of introducing yourselves to ghouls than most protagonists have. It's actually pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised that there isn't a monster like you can get with the Lone Wanderer in Fallout 3 the first time you interact with a ghoul.
Allergies. Learned the hard way. I can't stand within 10 feet of a strawberry. Come on, man, that's a joke. Truth is, I was outside on Doomsday. Now you see, I drove security, and I was coming back from a pickup in the truck when I feel this rumble, and then quiet. Then a whole lot less quiet. And the truck was hit with this wind, and it was like someone dropped a hurricane on it. I can hear it battering the truck. Bang, 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 like it's got a grudge against it. And then I unlocked the door and into the back, and then bang, I wake up, man, and it's crazy. Somehow, in the back of the truck, alive and kicking. All it cost me was my skin and any opportunity for someone liking me for anything other than my lovely personality. And that was the day I became, well, they call us ghouls. Not the most flattering name, but still beats being vaporized.
And also, functional immortality. Yeah, what's it like being a ghoul?
I mean, it's got its advantages. Main one is that radiation rolls off me like water off a duck's ass. Can stride through a blast zone like it's a spring breeze. Also, means I can survive in situations that would turn a normal person into a TV dinner. The major downside? Well, shit, you're looking at it, right? Head to toe disfiguration. There's also, well, you might have seen them. Not all ghouls are the same. Not sure how it happens, why some ghouls lose their minds and others don't. But ever since I turned, there's always this nagging feeling just at the back of my mind that I will have to feast on humans. Raw!
You're not a zombie, dude.
Seriously? Nothing? Shit, I thought it was funny. Overall, though, being a ghoul, mixed bag. Can't say I'd recommend it as a lifestyle choice.
That makes me wonder if there's a way for players to become ghouls. Let's see what he has to say about camp.
You happen to be talking to the exact right person to fix your predicament. But if I'm going to help you, I want something in return.
You want someone dead? Just give me a name. I'll just ask him what it is.
I got this plan. You're going to help me get rich. See, the folks who made it big off the gold rush, they weren't the prospectors. They were the folks that sold them their shovels. Now, I don't do shovels. What I collect
No, I'm
is
pretty sure it
knowledge.
was the
I can go
prospectors
all
that got
sorts of
rich in the
places
gold
you
rush.
folks Your rad-sucking skin can't. So, I'm selling what I've got between my ear holes, and you're gonna test it for me.
You actually
made
have
these
ears,
holes.
dude.
Now, this sets all the info I dug up about that camp doohickey you bolters got. All I'm asking is you give him a listen and let me know what you think.
Easy enough. These are tapes you recorded with the voice you're speaking in right now? I am kind of intrigued that he doesn't have the typical growly ghoul voice that you generally hear.
You will? Oh, thank you. I mean, thanks. Just come back once you've taken him out for a test drive. Now, there anything else you wanted to chat about?
Which is probably largely because he's such a new ghoul, because it's only been a few years at this point, like 20 years or 25 years or something like that. So, you know, like the ghouls haven't even figured out that they're basically immortal yet. Yeah, let's remark about him killing him.
And your eye's still working, kids. That's the reason you're bringing up the obvious. Look, the world's hard now. Better you learn that lesson real fast.
I mean, I've killed so many people.
Don't have one. I'm an independent operator. When these folks need a hand or got an errand that involves running into radiation, they come to me. Rads? They don't bother me anymore. In exchange, Duchess lets me drink. It doesn't bother me too much about my tab. Really, about the best sort of setup a guy in my situation could ever ask for. Well, at least until the tapes take off. Some other
That's it.
time then.
Let's take a listen to those tapes and see how if they're any good, and then we're gonna take a quick poke around the area here too. So, hit boy. Follow. Yep, here we go. So we have a tape on placing your camp, a tape on building at your camp, and one about powering your camp.
Son of a tiny-fisted rat built it. Oh, wait a second. They think it's on. Hello? Hello. This is Mort McCoy. And welcome to the first of Headmaster Mort's EduTapes. Today we're talking about your camp. Now, former Vault resident or someone who killed a Vault resident, let's start off with the basics. Placing your camp. When plunking
down your camp, CAMP, that's an acronym, for the first time, remember to... Holy crap. Where'd they...
Yeah, and then we're getting the tooltips
remember
up in the
to
corner.
take the lay of the land. Consider the grade of the terrain, general defensibility, and proximity to your surroundings. Could that cliff edge be used to protect your flank? You bet your chops it could. Once you found the perfect spot, it's time to move on to the best part of working with your camp. Construction! Construction can be an intricate process, so a steady hand and an eye for detainment, details, damn, I had to get that one wrong. An eye for details are a must. You should take a moment to familiarize yourself with the camp's patented intuitive construction interface. But don't worry, we'll cover construction in gory detail in the next of Headmaster Mort's edutapes. So long. Come on, Mort, what was that?
Oh yeah, and this is a change that they made. You actually have to hold your interact button in order to sit in things now. You don't just tap and sit. Which is probably a good change. Yeah, and the bed, same with the bed. There doesn't seem to be any kind of a thievery. At least nothing is tagged as being, like, not yours or anything. We're gonna go ahead and see what's inside here. Visit with Officer Whitehead.
Maud?
Harry, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Not a social call, Maud. They're coming.
You want to be more specific? They who?
BADTFL.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Drugs, and No Fun is paying Welch a visit? Says who?
Says me, Duchess. You need to skip town, ASAP.
You're a crooked cop,
This must be
Gerald.
pre-war.
Associating with known smugglers of firearms and illicit substances. How can you be trusted?
Why are you making this so hard? I'm trying to keep you out of jail.
Gerald, please. This hurts to watch. Can we just be honest with each other? Hey, I'll start.
What are you...
My friends, plural, at the Bureau, say you've been making some big claims about this Appalachian drug kingpin you're about to bring in. The one you're trying to get rid of so your new friends from Charleston can take her territory. But wouldn't you know, all that extra yammering got them looking into your finances, and your house, and your car. And they didn't like what they found. So yes, Gerald, they're coming. But no one's coming looking for me.
Yeah, it must be pre-war. Alright. I also want to see... Oh! The Overseer's home. Interesting. Player hanging out there. I'm not gonna listen to his tapes. They don't tell you anything else. They seem to mostly serve as a refresher for existing things. Let's see what the trade... No, don't pull your gun out. What the trade is. Okay, so that's pretty typical for Fallout 76's interaction. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any kind of a thief system set up. I can walk off with any of this stuff without anybody really giving a shit. So I don't know if they're gonna add that. I know they did with Elder Scrolls Online. For the longest time, you could literally pick up anything that wasn't nailed down anywhere and nobody cared. And then they added the Thieves Guild, and so they started marking stuff as being not yours, and you couldn't take it. and that kind of messed up. Kind of messed up a lot of things here and there. Kind of not. But I mean, it made it so that now you couldn't just wander around and pick up everything.
This kind of said she was decom. Only thing she puts down these days are piles of shit.
What was with the gunfire?
Duchess is damn lucky you showed up when you did. Hope she comped you a
Another
drink
player.
or two. They issue you one of those camp things? Man, Vault-Tech's got some nifty toys.
They do. Too bad most of them don't work the way that they're intended to. Alright, I think we will take a break from that quest, and we will go talk to the Overseer, as I have 2 quests that involve talking to. Check out what's in here. Yes, I know how to relocate my camp. I don't need you to remind me. I doubt there's going to be anything in here. Oh, couple things. Oh. Yeah. Kind of cool. Alright, let's go see if we can find the Overseer's home. I always want to hit the touch button. Let's go ahead and fast travel down to Sutton. I always want to hit the touch button for the map because that's what I'm used to it being, and it isn't anymore. So you'll probably see me pop into third person a lot. I don't understand why there's a loading screen when you're fast traveling. Especially when you're fast traveling someplace so close. Like, is it really, really necessary to have a loading screen? Bunch of scorched. Yeah, I'm a little curious too about the changes that they've made to the existing spawns, basically. The people and things that would already have spawned in areas. If they've made changes to it, if they've left them alone, if they've changed. You know, like obviously we've got scorched here. I think there always were scorched here. Where is you scorched?
Not us.
Really? No more? There's one. I don't know. I just like shooting scorched. Anyway, we're gonna go up here and talk to the Overseer. This is new. take a quick look around outside, see if there's anything nifty. I think this whole building is new, actually. Kind of nice that they put all that there, too. Alright, well, let's go on and head inside. Welcome, Matt. Pretty sure this is probably going to be another one of the instanced areas. It'd be nice if there was like an icon or an indicator showing that you're going into an instanced area. But I'm just gonna assume that every interior space is instanced, because I think in what I remember, almost every area you just are allowed in. So.
Let's talk downstairs.
Over
Cozy
new
as this
reunions.
place is,
Nice.
there's someone I'd like you to meet. We really went overboard with this place. Feel free to look around.
Huh. That's overkill. Wow, really? You said there was someone you wanted me to meet. That's a robot.
Let me introduce you to Davenport. He's been helping me with some reconnaissance. Keeping an eye on Appalachia.
Oh, so good to meet you. The Overseer has been so excited to see everyone again. Once you've acquainted yourself with our new arrivals, I may have some field work for you.
Or just
I
random
couldn't
missions.
have pulled this place off without him. Let's talk. Pretty crazy out there, huh? I know we have a lot to catch up on. But first, I have to ask. Did you finish the inoculation against the Scorched Plague?
Oh, we did that.
Please, it's vitally important.
Yeah, you're lucky I'm even here. Don't start making demands. Yes, the inoculation
Good,
is done.
because we're gonna need a lot more of it. Have you been to the mountains lately? It's not just us anymore. People from outside Appalachia are coming in. I snuck around two of the larger groups and saw them both building. Walls, housing, defensive positions. They're coming to stay. Each and every one
Okay,
of
so
them
this is gonna
walking into a
immediately
medical
address
crisis
the
they
issue of
don't
the
even
Scorched
know
Plague.
about.
That's good. I hate when games are like, here's a major plot line that explains why everybody is left. And then they bring everybody back and they're like, yeah, we're just going to ignore that whole reason why everybody left in the first place. Let's see. Actually, what I really want to know is, why are they coming? Why now?
I don't know if you've been following the rumors, but there's something in the mountains. No one's managed to get into it yet, but one thing's for certain. It's a vault. I eavesdropped on some of the newcomers, and whatever is inside there has gone from speculative guesses to full-blown fantasy. Stories of untold riches would draw groups of people even before we turn the world into a wasteland. Hope and greed are powerful motivators.
I mean, I don't think it can't be a vault. For one thing, I went around the area and actually discovered all the vaults that are in the area. And there's only, I think there's 4 total vaults. Could be misremembering. Because there's 76, which is empty now. There's 81, I believe. That's the subject of the PvP. And then there's 2 other ones, and they're both sealed. So I guess it could be one of those 2. Yeah, the structural integrity of a vault is designed to last generations. Won't be easy to get in.
I think that's part of what's fueled the wild stories about it. A box you can't open just makes you want to see what's inside even more. But
That's
whatever it
very
is,
true.
it can wait. We need to make sure the newcomers don't get infected.
Yeah, what do we know about them?
Judging by the architecture, the ones to the north are the old raider pals that crazy robot Rose keeps going on about. You might, need to talk to her about them. See if she can arrange a meeting or whatever their word is for "we need to talk, don't shoot us." The ones to the south look more like a caravan of families, but who knows what they've been through. Don't let your guard down around either of them.
Yeah, reminds me of the Vault Tech training. Do you remember the How to Make Friends movies?
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the official title. You'd think it'd be burned in my head with how many times I played that for everyone. The reality is a little different, though, isn't it? Prepare for the future.
Yeah, you can count on me.
Thank you. Really. It's good to have my Vault family around again.
Well, you're the one that
Anyway,
took off and
I'm
left
sure
us.
You must have other questions. We can talk about them now if you want. Or if you're ready to head out, just be careful out there.
Well, we got more to talk about. Strange bedfellows, that must be the Raiders, judging by the little image there. Yeah, the Raiders of Appalachia have returned. Which is weird because we've been shooting Raiders. Oh. That's an icon that I don't recognize. Ooh, look at all that. Alright. We're going to talk to you some more.
We'll rebuild this country brick by brick if we have to.
Except that you don't, because 200 years later, it's all still fucked up. Alright, we're going to start talking to her. Obviously, we're not going to leave right away, but let's just ask some questions about the logs that she left behind.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, the holotape about the nukes. Do you really think Vault Tech planned for us to use them?
That's just it. I don't know. I thought they had let me into their plans, that we were special. But now I'm wondering if we were all just one big experiment to them. Just like everyone else. And
I mean,
what happens once there's more nukes landing on Appalachia than she can take?
see, I'm kind of wondering if there might be another option, if I'd managed to launch one, because I never launched one myself. Obviously, there have been others launched, which is just seems like it's part of the story. But yeah, we're gonna say sorry the nukes were used. We were trying to defeat the Scorched.
I know. You did what you were asked. And so did I. But now we need to think for ourselves more. Build the America and the Appalachia we want.
All right.
Let's hear them.
Yeah, I think I found them all. Do you want them?
Well, let me see. Oh, look at that. Yeah. I think that's everything. It's been a long journey, hasn't it? For both of us. Appalachia has changed. We've changed.
Yeah, thank you. They helped me survive.
You're welcome. I'm just glad I can be here in person now.
Yeah, me too. This did not feel like a Fallout game without having actual characters. Let's see. Say, obviously, we found Evan. Taken care of.
Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't your fault. You did what was best for all of us.
No. I don't get to let go of this that easily. I abandoned him.
After the vault opened, you disappeared. Where were you all this time?
Pretty hypocritical for me, of all people, to take off on my own, huh? Oh. At first, I was just racing ahead, hoping that if there was any trouble, I'd hit it first. And then there were the nukes. The scorched plague. Seeing my old neighborhood bombed to pieces. I needed time.
I'm just glad you're here now. And obviously, you can be an asshole if that's your thing.
Me too.
But, you know, I always go for, like, the polite. Whenever I play these games, the first time through, I always take dialogue options that I think I would actually say, which, like, every once in a while it annoys me. And obviously, Fallout 4 is a big problem because you get the situation where, that dialogue option looks like the one that I would say. And then you hit it and it's completely different. Because they don't, the little 2-word, you know, 1-word example doesn't actually help. But anyway, we're going to ask her about settling here in Sutton.
I grew up here. My parents used to live just down the hill. If there's one neighborhood I'm rebuilding first, it's this one. Stay careful out there. Together we've made Appalachia safer. But she still has fangs.
And we finally completed the Overseer's mission quest, which we've had since literally the beginning of the game. That's a lot of XP for it, too. Alright, what about you, Mr.
Hello.
Robot?
We're always happy to have visitors.
Nothing? Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and poke through all of your stuff. But yeah, a big part of the problem is that without NPCs, this really didn't feel like... Absolutely going to take that. This really didn't feel like a Fallout game. You know, it really kind of exemplifies the fact that you can't just slap a label on something and expect people to take it as it is. You know, there's a actually kind of a nice little house. You know, there's a certain feel to things. Like, you get used to how Fallout games feel. And when you don't have that feel, then it's not a Fallout game. And that really was a big part of the issue, at least for me, as far as why this did not feel like a Fallout game. And then, of course, you know, with their bizarre insistence on pushing the PvP side of things, and it just... You know, I am happy that the PvP stuff isn't super integrated into the game. Like, it's its own thing. It's a separate mode. So it makes it a lot easier to ignore it if you're somebody who doesn't like PvP like me. I also like how there's no real, like, lasting consequences for losing. Like, we've got some gear here if you come here early on. Favorite and equip. Interesting. I wonder if they made the crossbow any better. Oops. Didn't actually want to go outside. You know, I don't know. I would have preferred a Fallout game that was a bit more like... was a bit more set up like how Borderlands does multiplayer. Where there's a single player story that you can be playing along with, and then at any point, really, you could have a second player jump into your game and help you out. This whole thing, the whole always online and really I can't. The whole always online thing and MMO thing really doesn't work for me. On the other hand, I am happy that for the most part you can get through at least the original story without being forced to group up. Obviously, the end of it you do need a group for. And then see about this part. How long it takes to be able to control your character again once you load. Why they decided to do that. Coca-Cola cup and straw. I know somebody who would really like to have that. Well, somebody who will like to have that in 200 years. Imported Chinese panda. I think that's everything. And play the piano. Not interact with the terminal. This just shuts the door. What that does? Huh. Makes a big noise, but I don't know what it does. Alright. Let's read this planned treasure hunting sign. I pushed the wrong button again. Okay, so it didn't actually take the logs from us, but it did make them no longer required. So I can actually dump them into my my bin back at my camp. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the camp. We're going to build the sign. Or see what we need to build the sign. I'm pretty sure I have everything. I can't imagine that they make the requirements too outrageous. Probably should have fast traveled out of that interior space if it would let me. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Because otherwise I'm going to have to go through 2 load screens. Jesus, why am I dehydrated already? They do, I thought, was a readout of your energy level. Apparently not. Oh, there it is. Now it shows up. Alright, so we need to drink more water. And apparently eat some food, too. Got some squirrel on a stick. Oh, that's the flag that I'm hearing. Okay. Anyway. Oh, this way. I'm just exploring at this point. Alright. Let us go back to my camp. Don't remember where it's at. Oh, these. Oh. The White Springs event. There it is. Yeah, and you can always fast travel to your own camp. I might redesign my camp. And I'll always get these grand ideas for how I want to do my camp, and then I never actually pull it off. So. What guy's shooting at? Probably ghouls. Ghouls come in from over there all the time. Apparently there are a bunch of players in here. Say hey. Maybe? Oh? They did fix the rain falling through solid objects, which is nice. Anyway. Let me try and remember what the heck I'm doing. Quest. Yeah. That's a great big sign. But it's sort of not gonna get in the way of my
Broadcast tape issued. Please deposit data tape into any relay system terminal. Target marked.
Don't I have to, yeah, this is power. It says power is required, so try and see if we can. There we go. Oops. Load broadcast tape into a radio tower and activate the connection. So, is this something that I'm building, or is this something that already exists? Okay, so I have to head over there. That's Q. And That's kind of cool. Oh, that's interesting. My turrets are actually showing up as dots. Interesting. My collection of random crap, so I'm gonna let the door open on. Could have. Forgot to do this beforehand, but good to harvest your food items. A, so that more grows, and B, so that you can damn light on so I can see. And B, so that you can cook them. There's probably better ways to have this all set up and everything. That's terribly concerned about it. There it is. I put my cooking stove. Alright, let's do craftable. We'll make 1 unit of that. Have the materials for it. The rest of it we can. Alright, anyway, let's head over to this radio tower. Yeah, we can walk to it. Not hard. Make sure I'm going the right direction. Need to go north. Northwest. That one. Yeah, we'll just walk rather than spending the caps to fast travel. Really doesn't help at all. I think they put the radio tower up here, not down there. Who knows? I suppose at some point I should probably actually look at what perks that I have equipped, because I don't even remember which ones I have. It has seriously been a while since I played this game last. Take me through. Okay. Now, I was thinking it was going to take me through someplace nasty, but not too bad. I don't remember what soot flowers are good for, but I have it tagged for some reason. So. I also should have taken the opportunity to break down those weapons that I picked up. Forgot to do that. Rats. don't like the way they did VATS in this game, but I understand why they did it the way they did. You can't have the entire server slow to a crawl every time anybody on the server hits the VATS button. I mean, if you did that, there would be people who would just, you know, would literally just sit in one spot and keep hitting it over and over just to fuck with people. Some players are dicks like that. Vectotron right there. Oh, he's a friendly one.
The responders need you. Visit the church in the town of...
Yeah, we've done the responder stuff already. We don't need to do it again. I will say that they do seem to have fixed a lot of the issues. I mean, obviously this game had a very rough launch. There are plenty of people on YouTube, articles, memes, everything, talking about how rough the start of this game was, the launch of this game was. So it's come a long way. What on earth do I keep getting stuck on? Usually ghouls and or super mutant. Which one is it? Ghouls, super mutant, scorched. Nothing? Really? Something is detecting me at my, survival tent. No? I thought I had something with a scope on it. Apparently, I do not. Die, King Scorched. Die, baby Scorched. Level 65. Nice. Decent. Not really. Bullets are always good, though. We'll never say no to more bullets. Well, unless they're flying at me, and then I'll say no often. Care for explosives. I always end up blowing myself up. Anyway, let's actually do the... quit wandering around. More scorched in here. Sorry, dude, but, like, your bones are in the way. Couldn't at least have the decency to die outside. I've also found that it's generally best to go around and grab stuff before activating things, because a lot of times in these situations they have... you get attacked by a swarm of things. You know, pain in the ass. Alright. Just gonna activate this. Emergency Management Relay Terminal. Load holotape. Broadcast tape. Suppose I could have listened to it before. Probably wouldn't have done anything. Presto radio systems connection buddy. Connection target detected. Initiate transmitter connection. Let's do it.
Message uploaded. Initiating broadcast pulse. Attention, all consumers. New business established. Please seek out Crane Treasure Hunting Incorporated to exchange goods and services. Initiate tagline. Follow the
Alright,
sound.
and then return to your camp. That. Head back this way. You know, I'm not exactly a fan of how they... of a lot of things that they did, especially like the fact that like your food still rots even when you're logged out. If it was left to me, I would really have made it so that your food, you know, didn't rot while you were logged out of the game. Like, yeah, it's not realistic, but who cares? You know, it's not really fair to people who can't be on all the time. You know, you can't be on all the time. You can't be playing 24/7 to be able to keep an eye on your food supply and stuff. To have your food rot and turn to mush, especially with how fast it rots. Unless they fix that. Oh, they might have. I would have music playing, but I do intend to upload this to YouTube, and YouTube will throw a hissy fit. There's music playing. Oh. No music. And by music playing, I mean like Spotify, not in-game music. The problem with games like Fallout that include music is while the music is you know, oftentimes really good and is very entertaining to listen to, there's not enough of it. That's why the memes exist for the other two 3D. For the other two, or the other, you know, the earlier 3D Fallout games. Chinese bastards. Should say robot bastards. That's... Ooh, a red star pin. I don't want it. What was I saying? Oh, the memes about from the various songs earlier. From the earlier Fallout games. Because there's just not, you know, there's just not enough songs to really make having the radio on all the time not drive you insane, because you just keep hearing the same songs over and over and over. Huh, I've never come at it from this direction before. The objective marker is literally on the camp. And now we are waiting to see who the sign draws in. Well, treasure hunter. Jesus Christ, turrets. I'll talk to him.
Whoa. You're not Crane. The hell's going on here?
You know, Crane, he tell you anything about the treasure he found?
Crane found the treasure? Holy shit. Where is he?
Trying to find out. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Last place he was spotted was this bar down the hill from Vault 76, the Wayward.
The Wayward, huh? Might be I pay the place a visit. Appreciate the tip, not Crane. Good luck out here.
Well, you're not who I want. Whatever. Suppose I shouldn't have told him that, because then she's gonna get annoyed. It's 3 bobby pins. Pretty good. Usually only get like 1 or 2 at a time. Hey, dipshit. Need to talk to you.
You Crane?
Nope.
Quite the setup you got here. So, rumor is you've got information our boss wants. You tell me where this treasure is, and he's willing to leave you alone. Scout's honor.
No, you tell me where your hideout is, or I'll turn you inside out. Yeah, I bet your name is Davey. How about we trade? Tell you where the treasure is. You tell me where your gang is camped. I'll share, but I want to join your crew. Now, where do I apply? I'm going to use luck because I like using luck for things. So, I bet your name is Davey. Davey, you said you're going to help me kill this one, right?
Excuse me?
How does she know your name? You are working together.
What? No! Can't you see they're
I'll just let them sort it out. Oh, okay, you're gonna shoot me. Well, shoot back. You're lucky you guys are fighting on this side of the camp. Bring me Crane! Ooh, stim pack, too. Bet you this will tell me where he's at. Yeah, look, seriously, like, I could kind of understand if I was playing a male character, but I'm not. I'm playing a female character. And it says right here that Crane is male. How the hell could you screw that up? But I'm guessing the guy is at the West Virginia Lumber Company, as that is where this build middle. Yeah, report what you found to Duchess. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and scrap all of the junk that I've got. I found with this game that it's generally the best idea is to scrap everything and then dump it into your inventory or into your stash. Because if you try to scrap it, or if you just dump it into your inventory and let it pull pull the pieces apart as it does in Fallout 4, because you have limited inventory space, you'll end up using up all your inventory space very quickly. And scrap those. We're gonna do some repairing. I need to fix all of my stuff. Stuff gets busted way too easily in this game. But maybe not as bad as usual. Used to. I do wish they didn't make you use so many buttons to be able to get in. It's a little ridiculous how many buttons you have to hit. Damaged. Here to fix my guns. Not too bad. I think I probably have a different perk that I should be using, but and we're gonna go ahead and dump all my junk away. And go ahead, dump. It just makes it a lot easier for me to be able to find the thing that I'm looking for, pick up new stuff. L3. I always push R3. Exit. Go. Alright, we're gonna head back to the Wayward, which is due north of here. Gonna go ahead and walk. Those are my turrets. It's so weird that the turrets are showing up as dots on your mini-map now, on your compass now. I don't remember them showing up before. I could be wrong, though. It's a distinct possibility. Go for a walk down the old nature trail. I do have to say that this game is like, they really picked a gorgeous part of the country to set this in, and I love that it's so green. And, well, colorful. It appears to be autumn. What the hell? The hell is that? Oh, and it explodes too. The fuck was that thing? Fierce floating flamer. All right. Oh, that's new. I don't know if I like that. Melons are great. Melons give you food and water together. I got another one. Where'd it go? Yeah. There he is. Level up, I don't really think I... Well, I can open perk packs and stuff, but I'll do that later. Leveling up doesn't really do me any good right now. Because I'm past level 50, so you don't get any more points, or I think you just get perk cards and move stuff around. And I was working on changing my build, but I don't remember what I was changing it to. I don't remember what I was changing it to, and I'm not gonna mess around with it right now. I will do that later. Okay, this path is not where I want to go. Dogs are always the worst in games. And it really is just because they're quick and low to the ground. Like, that's pretty much the reason why they kind of suck. Friendly. Not crazy. Sometimes those Mr. Farmhands are crazy. I think it's mostly when mostly when the event is going off. Well, yeah, that's a good reason to leave stuff behind. Although you can do things with spoiled food. So that is something to consider. But I mean, it's weight that you're carrying around. All right, well, let's tell her what we found.
Well, you don't look too worse for wear. You managed to figure out where those miscreants are hiding?
Bring me your finest flannel. Yeah, what if I decided to work for the gang instead of you? I did. Sounds like they're headquartered at West Virginia Lumber Company.
Fantastic. So that's where their boss will be. You just need to...
Wait, West Virginia lumber? That is not right. You misheard them for sure.
And that's of concern. Why exactly?
I didn't hear him at all.
Was wandering up that way not too far back. The lumber company? That place was overrun with a bunch of those big green bastards. Mutants. You've seen those Frankensteins. If this gang was able to clean those things out of the mill, Duchess, these guys might be tougher than advertised.
I mean, that just means I'll be using my power
You got
armor.
any recommendations on how you'd proceed?
Well, I wouldn't go in guns blazing, unless you got some big guns.
I do have some big
Try and luck
guns.
your way inside, maybe see if they want to talk to you. But there was this family I ran into up that way that I'm sure has had to deal with them already. There was also this, let's say, special scrapper who was making some pretty bold claims about his knowledge of the mill. Wouldn't be a bad idea to check in with either of them.
Well, tell me about the family.
You'll find them at Anchor Farm if these thugs haven't already run them off. But if they are still there, well, they've probably managed to work something out with them. Hey, it couldn't hurt to find out what it was.
How about the scrapper?
Found him living in the stalls at Tyler County Fairground. Guy kept claiming he knew the best way to run the mutants out of the mill. But listen, I couldn't get him to spill how. Probably have a better chance he'll share what he learned with someone who still has an entire face.
I think I've got everything that I
Well,
need.
that's a good thing, because that's all I've got. If you haven't already explored up that way, the fastest route back would be via Vault 76 and trekking north from there. And take care of yourself, all right? You're doing us a big one here.
Kill the gang leader or convince the gang leader to leave the Wayward alone, and then we could question the family at Anchor Farm, speak to the scrapper at the fairgrounds, or or fast travel back to Vault 76. You normally need to do. I'm pretty sure I have the. Yeah, there's the farm, fairgrounds. And there's the lumber. So yeah, I've been up there. I've explored most of the map, out of boredom, and looking for stuff to do, because the game doesn't. The game gets, well, after a while. Anything else to say?
How you do it? Just get him out of my hair.
No. Okay. You're awfully twitchy. Let's go ahead and do this level up right now. I have an unopened perk pack. Do I want to open it? Yeah, I do. See if I get anything good. Usually you get crap out of these. Psychopath. Another action girl card. Ammo smith. How did Joan lose 240 pounds? She got a divorce. Really low. I'm surprised. I don't remember what I was doing. I was building for something. But we'll take a perk card. If they give us any new ones. Bloody mess. There's a lot of let's see. Does it tell me? It doesn't tell me what my ranks are, does it? No, it doesn't. That would actually be useful. Let's go ahead and take this one. So, let's see what I've got going on already. can actually swap out a lot of these picklock ones. Slow metabolizer, ironclad. I've actually got a lot of these that I should be upgrading. Let's take this off. Crank this one up. I had decided to unequip that. Yeah, like these I could probably swap around, but alright. I do have 2 unused points here in endurance, which is kind of interesting. Too bad you can't get rid of cards that you have duplicates of, because, like, I already have Rejuvenated at max rank, and then I have another copy of it right here, but, like, I don't think you can do anything with it. Yeah, you can't do anything with it. Alright, anyway, we have 2 unused points here in endurance. Don't think I have copies already that I can do. Yo, let's put... I don't have the 3 points to be able to do that, so... Put that so I get better water. And... I guess we'll just go ahead and equip that. As well. I'm going to take a real quick break. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. See you in a bit. we're in full spinny mode too. Always fun. All right. Let's head on in. Oh, that came out of the pack, right. All right. Increase damage to a specific type of creature, which can be useful if you're about to fight a specific type of creature. Less useful if you're not fighting that particular type. Okay. Like how somebody has their camp set up right over there. Anyway. Yeah, we might as well just go ahead and fast travel to the vault. That is not the button that I want to use. That is not the button that I wanted to use either. Might as well. Vault-Tec celebrates 300 years of America, which would be 2076. Suppose we can actually. No? Okay. That was worth checking. This is kind of interesting, though. The fact that the vault entrance is just right there. I believe it's the only, well, the only known vault. Robots. I missed. Yeah, as far as I know, it's the only known vault that has the entrance above ground like that. Every other vault that we know of, my bus is in surprisingly good shape. Every other vault that we know of has the entrance hidden somewhere underground. Although, I think that might just be the 3D games, because I think that the older ones might have had. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember Vault 1, 2 that well. And there's a lot of these robots over here. That is one thing that I do kind of miss from the later games. Or from the previous games, I should say. Later in the timeline. How they would... Oh, that was my my perk bonus going off to find extra ammo. But you know, you'd level up and then you'd still find enemies that were an appropriate level. Because they would just level up with you. There used to be a search button that you had to hit. That would cause you to find more ammo or caps. Either I don't have that perk equipped or they got rid of. Hey, there's the bus driver. Huh. No. Let's see. Yeah, I do have the Scrounger perk equipped. So yeah, they obviously must have changed it, because it used to be that there was a button you had to hit to actually find the extra ammo, and it looks like now you just find it. I like how there's a tank just sitting here. Like they had enough time to get a tank and park it right there. For all the people out trying to get into the vault. It would be kind of funny, and I think it would be, it would be something that you would have found in previous Fallout game. But you would like be walking down this hill and you'd find like one of these cars that would be labeled your car or something. Because it would have been your car. You know, obviously you got to the vault somehow. Which it does seem to be one of the things that they have, I don't know if forgotten is the right word, but they're not paying attention to for this game, is the fact that you were alive. You know, your character, were pre-war. Like you know, you were alive before the war. You would have been super young, because it was, you know, 25 years, I think, is how long you were in the vault for. And they don't really give you that much backstory about your character, which is appreciated, actually. Because unlike in Fallout 4, where they basically, here's the character that you'll be playing for the next 100 hours. I was expecting. Blood Eagle. Is that your name or your gang? Right way. Yes. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll talk to the people at the farm since they're first, and then we'll keep going. But yeah, like they you know, I guess you would have been really young, and they don't really give you a background for your character to start off, which is appreciated. So it's entirely possible that you could have been like, well, in theory, your character could have been born inside the vault. Go on, go. Oh, they're right next. Yeah, in theory, your character could have been born in the vault, you know, and be in, you know, in their 20s. We're gonna go over here and talk to some more NPCs. I'm just really happy that they've brought NPCs back. And that they're not using the just garbage conversation system from 4. Hello. Wait. Hello. I don't think they're going to interact with it at all, but on there. Fun that you can do that. Moo cows. Yeah, there's a bunch of anachronisms and problems with the timeline in this game. Like I don't think we should have Brahmin existing already, but
Plenty of unclaimed space up the road. Maybe you should give it a visit.
who are you talking to? Yeah, you trying to get rid of me?
Trying to let you know you're trespassing. Free to leave whenever you like.
Here to talk to you, that's it. You guys new to the area?
Just like everyone else. Except we like our privacy.
Then you should close doors and lock them.
West Virginia no. Don't know anything about them. Now I'd like you to leave.
So we can say, and we're all friends here. We can basically threaten him. Or we can say, are you sure? Because you started sweating when I mentioned them. I know you know something.
All right. We worked out a deal. Supplies for protection. What do you want to know about it?
Basically just want in. That's any idea where these guys came from?
Bunch of cons from back east. They're not crazy though. Not like the Blood Eagles or the Scorch say. You can reason with them. They don't know how to farm or hunt. We do. So we worked out a deal. You have something you can offer them, you probably can too.
Any idea how many people?
Plenty. 12 minimum. They don't let us in the main building, so I can't say how many were camped out in there.
And let me know about that deal.
Once a month. Food, ammo, scrap. Murray and me take it up to the mill ourselves. Gave us a password to get in. Blue Danube.
No other questions.
Then by all means, beat it. Unless there's something else.
Yeah, you here for that treasure?
Treasure? Nothing but trouble. We'd hope to start new lives here. Private ones. So much for that.
If you guys are a bunch of cannibals, I'm gonna be annoyed.
Bye.
But now he turns around. Heck. Alright, whatever. Unhospitable people. You guys got a nice setup back here, though. Hi, Mr. Sadler. I don't know what it is with super mutants and hunting rifles. Huh, that's interesting that that doesn't scrap with everything else. It must be useful in that form. I don't know what use it could be, but this is really cool that they've added all that. Love it. I don't know. I just think that this is how it should have been at release. I don't think they should have waited this long to add stuff back. You know, I do appreciate that they actually took the effort to create a story reason for why there weren't people around. But just, I don't know, just doesn't feel like a Fallout game when there aren't NPCs around. That's like the biggest thing that makes a Fallout game a Fallout game. Are the characters. Oh, definitely want that ammo bag. Ammo bags are where you get ballistic fiber from. I have a hat. A hat. I have a hat. What? Oh. I must have it disabled or something. Or it didn't actually equip. Yeah, there we go. It looks dumb, but... I do like the way power armor feels in these games. Like it definitely... 4 and 76, it definitely has a better feel to it. Than the power armor in earlier games. Make a lot of noise to lure a deadly creature and defeat it. Thank you. Oh yeah, I think that's the... I forget what button grenades are. Throwing knives are actually really powerful. They might have changed them, but they used to be really powerful. Especially in early game, where you could craft, and you can craft them for very cheap. Plus, you occasionally get them back. But yeah, if you're starting off, throwing knives, don't underestimate throwing knives. Fairgrounds. I'm a little bit curious. That's an interesting place to stand. They're naked peoples. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Usually there's a bunch of scorched around here. And it looks like they still are here. What's going on? How do Yeah. Owen. Coming at me. Owen. Up there. Ah. A gun away, because we want to be friendly. Whoops. I don't think you could actually stand on top of a tent like this. What's up, dude?
Hey, get the hell out of... Oh, yeah. You're not one of those creeps. Well, you here to rob me? Well, joke's on you. Don't got nothing.
Yeah, what are you hiding out in a place like this for?
Looking for peace and quiet? Presume those creeps down there would keep everyone else away. Guess I was wrong.
Forged. Yeah, I heard you were bragging about being able to run everyone out of West Virginia lumber. Ow.
Ah, you talked to the well-done guy, huh? Well, yeah, I got a little trick up my sleeve. Could kill them all, if I wanted. But I'm not just giving it away. You gotta get me something.
What, like a bar of soap? Now you're gonna give it to you for free. What is it that you want?
Island nearby's got a big nest in it. Bring me an egg? I'll give you what I got.
You want a scorched beast egg? Yeah, what am I stealing this egg from?
Something nasty enough that I don't want to do it? Up to you, though.
Wait. Oh, no. It's a Deathclaw egg.
Government-issued astral transporter. Snagged it on my way out of the lab. Takes your physical form and drops it right into the astral plane. Makes you nearly invisible. Makes it a whole lot easier to take folks out of this world at the same time.
You got something that'll make you invisible. Why don't you grab the thing yourself?
Makes you invisible, not agile. I can't run so good since I escaped from the government. But I bet you can.
You know, it'd be a lot easier to steal the thing for you if I've got one of those transponders.
I suppose there's some logic to that. Here you go.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mind the locals out there.
I figured it was a stealth boy. I'm not getting you a Deathclaw egg, dude. If you want a Deathclaw egg, you go get it yourself. Yeah, I've been to Deathclaw Island. There's no point in going back there. Oh yeah, that's why I've been picking up soot flowers, so I can make this stuff. Cooked food, in addition to doing less rad damage to you, also has the added benefit of staying fresh longer. Players still over there glitching? They are. Players. I don't know. Oh, they might be. They might be waiting for somebody to try and take that. They're probably waiting for somebody to try to take that. I don't know why they're naked. That might just be a glitch. This game is quite buggy. Still. But yeah, we're just gonna go over and see if we can't talk to them. I like taking the conversation options. It's another part of the reason why I was annoyed with the way 76 was created in the first place, because you know there's no NPCs, so there's nobody to talk to, so there's no way to complete most quests through dialogue. And you know, obviously, yeah, you can't do every quest through dialogue. That's a huge undertaking and isn't something that most game designers put into their game. Obviously, there's a few exceptions now and then, but even those don't always work all the way out the way that you'd like them to. Yeah, so. Yep. I don't know why he was floating over there, but he's the one that has it. It's like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. One of the possible ways of playing the game is through conversation, through dialogue. You can talk your way through almost every quest in the beginning. Once you get past a certain point, however, then it's like the game just kind of forgot about bullies. The game just kind of like, the game designers, like, they forgot. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. The radio. Bully's note. Jimmy has lost his damn mind. He thinks those nerds were scared of him back in high school. He thinks he's some kind of hotshot but couldn't get a kid's lunch money to save his life. That loser would still be practicing trombone and reading British literature if I didn't show him how easy it was to get Sylvia to do his homework for him. It was pretty funny watching her try and find her glasses on the floor when I threw them across the gymnasium. Well, enough's enough. Tonight I'm going to have a little fun and put this asshole in its place. Clearly it didn't work that well. Where? There was a tent here a minute ago. What the? Shit is despawning around me. Oh, Fallout 76. I'm guessing that was part of a quest event or something that didn't work, that I didn't find in time or don't have active. Probably another player had it active. And jerk robots. Tap it. You guys are jerks, you know that? I think that's where I need to go. I've been here before, and I have explored the area. Remember that there was a bunch of super mutants around here? Kill the game. Talk to them. They gave me a password. We are going to try to approach from the front so that we maybe get a chance to use the password. And actually talk to people. Seeing friendly dots, so that's a good sign. We'll have a chance to actually conversate with people. Free radical.
Whoa, whoa. You checked in yet? No one's allowed in without the boss's say-so.
I can't just talk to you? Whatever. Ooh, button.
Yeah?
Barbed wire. Got a delivery, lead, and lots of it. Alright, I'm here to talk to your boss.
Oh, yeah? What's the password?
Know this. Password or safe word? Yeah, Blue Danube.
Go on through.
Go on through.
Okay. Looks like we gotta go there. Quest marker is still saying kill the gang leader. But like I said, we're gonna try and use the convince him to leave the wayward alone option. Oh, I went up the wrong one. I imagine they're probably going to be like, oh, I'll do that, but you're going to have to do something for me. Bullshit. That's kind of one of the things is like, I really wish you could take over locations like you can here. But like, you know, these guys obviously have. Where on earth? Oh, there we go. And of course it's an interior space. Which makes sense. Okay, some interiors in the game are private, meaning only you and your teammates can enter. When you enter a private interior, you'll be given the option to enter your own or your team leaders, which I suppose only works if you're in a group. Obviously, when you're solo, it's not going to work. Can we get a pie? Hold on just a second. I'm going to try to get a perfectly preserved pie. What am I looking? I'm looking at pie. No pie? No. I've never gotten one. For one, those machines are a lot more rare. Like, I gotta go downstairs. They're a lot more rare in 76 than they are in Fallout 4. Really? A chainsaw? What's this guy at? Creepy tunnel?
No one's heard from Batter.
Suspect he finally managed to get himself killed. Batter was a long shot anyway. Always figured it'd take someone coloring with a full box of crayons to find us our prize.
It was cool down here. Roper, Jackie. You the leader?
You the one with the password? Presume someone gave it to you because they thought you could be useful. Name's Roper. Now, explain to me why the hell you're taking up my air.
It's my air. I was here first. Yeah. I want you to leave the wayward alone. Let's just start with who are you guys?
Just a little band of friends, working together for the common good. Our common good. We call ourselves the Free Radicals, because that's what we are. Free. Now, you have any other time wasters you wanted to throw at me?
I mean, I got a lot of them, but we'll just get to the point. Leave the Wayward alone.
Is that so? And why exactly would I do that?
Because I'm Crane, and I know where the treasure is. No. Yeah. Because if you don't, I will rip you limb from limb.
Don't know why you care so much, but... Fine. We'll get Crane's treasure ourselves. Now get out of here before I change my mind. You got
Instance
what you
progress
wanted,
checkpointed.
right? Just leave us alone.
That's it? Alright, cool. For me. You know, yes, there's the whole, obviously you can join them and work with them and blah, 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 but... I wonder if they'll get pissed if I take this. No, absolutely not. It is generally worthwhile to pick up gear even if you already have said gear, because when you disassemble the gear, you can oftentimes get extra mods and stuff for it, which is nice. Which is nice. Blood eagles revel in violence and bloodshed, and generally attack on sight with little regard for their own safety. Which is just to say that they're hostile, always hostile, and you should just shoot them when you see them. Because they're probably already shooting at you. Oh, we can't go Jason on people and turn this on and throw them into it. Not Jason. Yeah, who's the... Max Payne. The Max Payne video game where you can use environmentals to kill people. And so now we're just gonna go back to Duchess and let her know that these guys should be leaving her alone. That's trouble. I don't feel walking all the way. It's kind of expensive. I know, I mean, I imagine people who've been playing since launch probably have a ton of caps, even with all of the things that they put in the game to just drain your caps, like fast traveling and stuff. Obviously mine isn't that. I don't have that much because I haven't been playing it that much. I hate when you load into something and there's immediately gunfire and you can't move your character yet. Hate it. I hate it. Alright, so I think the plan at this point is we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this in, and then we will call it for the night.
You're back. You managed to get those punks out of our hair yet?
Yep, told them if they didn't back off, there'd be consequences.
And that worked? Well, remind me not to get on your bad side. But you did good. Shows maybe you could be trusted. Maybe. But there's still the issue of my missing muscle. They went out chasing some unsavory characters. never came back. They're two of the tougher cookies I've met in my day. So them being gone this long means something happened. You track them down? Maybe I remember a thing or two about this Crane fella.
Yeah, so you do know where Crane is. Let's see. Yeah, what can you tell me about the guys that went missing?
Missing person number 1's named Polly. Got a transmitter in her. You could track her with your little radio there. Missing person number 2 goes by Saul. Those two are closer than toes and bad stilettos. So if you find one, the other's likely close by. Find them for me, and I'll pay you for the privilege of getting to yell at them in person.
He's got a transmitter in her?
Yeah, little something I slipped under her exterior plating in case she got carried off. I did mention she's a combat bot, right? A friendly one. I got her
you left that one
reprogrammed
out.
when I bought her, so she's not gonna hurt you. Unless they bashed up her combat inhibitor. Then, all bets are off. I made the same offer to Saul regarding the tracker under his exterior, but he declined. Go figure.
Yeah, Polly must be in Assaultron. Any idea where they went?
Not the foggiest, but that's where the transmitter comes in. Tune to her station and it should get you going in the right direction.
Okay, what can you tell me about those things your people were after?
They're called the Scorched. They're an unpleasant bunch.
Yes,
in
they are.
character and appearance.
They're also
They've got
contagious.
Raw skin with crystals sticking out of them. And they're still real handy when it comes to firearms and bludgeons. So you'll want to be careful around them. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, this is definitely designed more as a starting off, which is probably why like 75 caps is what she was paying, because apparently a low-level quest, which is fine. But I kind of wish they'd have scaled it up a little bit. Would have been nice, especially for something they added this late in the game. Okay, what are you paying?
100 caps with your name on them sound about right?
Sounds like you like these people. Do you 150 caps like them?
Huh. You're not wrong. Okay, it's a deal. So you'll find them for me?
Sure.
Appreciate it. Polly's tracking frequency is 99.7. The once proud home of Appalachia's smooth jazz. I figured someone should get some use out of it. Find out what happened to them. If I need to find new people, I'd like to at least ensure I tried to do right by the old ones.
Quest completed. Hunter for hire. Quest started. Strength in numbers. I just let all these play because they always take forever to go through, and it's kind of annoying that they do that. And I don't know why my quests over there in the corner haven't updated up. I think it's updating now. Yeah, tune your Pit-Boy radio to transmitter signal to track the guards. Well, we will do that next time. Pop outside. Yeah, my thirst is going down way faster than it should be. They reintroduced that bug. There was a bug early on in the game where your hunger and thirst would drop really fast, where you basically you basically had to be wearing like a camelback with, you know, a straw going into your mouth and constantly be drinking water, or you'd end up dying of dehydration. And it looks like something they did reintroduced that particular bug. So that's annoying. This is freaking stealth thing. Alright, I guess. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call things here for tonight. Pretty interesting. It's kind of nice that they've added and changed things to the point where it feels a lot more like a Fallout game now, and I appreciate that a lot. We'll keep playing and keep seeing how things have changed, and hopefully it'll be pretty fun and interesting. I did find the main story of the original game to be pretty interesting. I at least had that going. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Probably continue playing tomorrow, the next day, day after, sometime in there. Just keep an eye on Twitch. Keep an eye on Twitter. One of those will let you know. Otherwise, you can find me on YouTube. Until then, stay inside, stay safe, and I will see you next time. So long.